I have a drink. I have a paper straw, which is pretty awful, but you know, whatever. Good morning, friends. So I am officially done here at the Rosen Inn. I'm heading over to Caribbean Beach right now, and that's one of my favorite moderate resorts. I think it's lacking in food and dining options, but it's on the Skyliner, and it's walkable to Riviera. So obviously that expands your dining there, and since it's on the Skyliner, you can obviously easily hop over to Epcot, which has more dining than almost anywhere on the planet probably. So it's not a bad place to stay. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan of it. I like the relaxed kind of beachy vibe. I think it's a much more adult kind of resort compared to others. But anyway, that's what's up. I have about 10 minutes and I'm gonna head down to the desk to check out, and then I'm gonna call an Uber, and then I'll be there. And Renee will be meeting up with me later today. So, we've made it. We'll talk soon.
Checking out was easy, and my Uber got there really quick. We did run into one little issue, and that's because his GPS tried to take him through the Riviera gate, which apparently used to be okay, but isn't anymore. The road that runs along Riviera does connect through to Caribbean Beach, but the lady at the gate told us it's a cast member only road, and they made us go all the way back out and into the main Caribbean Beach entrance, which interestingly comes in on the side of the resort, and it's not intuitively obvious where you're supposed to go once you're in there, but we got it figured out. The Uber driver was clearly frustrated, and I told him it was no big deal and that it was fine and that I was there really early anyway, and told him I'd give him 5 stars and all that. So yeah, one thing I can say about Uber and Lyft and the like is just be friendly with your driver. Their job isn't always glamorous and easy, so sometimes all it takes is you being nice to them to kind of change the whole vibe of their day. So anyway, I arrived at the lobby at Old Port Royale, and I saw that some people were getting rooms already, but when I got up to the desk, I was told that since I did mobile check-in, I'd have to wait for the room that I was already assigned to become available, so I had to wait. I did get in about an hour and a half early, so they did expedite it once they knew I was there, but just be aware of that. If you're gonna get there really early, it might be better not to do mobile check-in and just go check in at the desk. You can always leave your luggage at Bell Services, which is what I did. Just be sure you have a couple dollars to tip them when you pick up your bags. And then I walked around the resort a little bit.
Well, hello, friends. So I am at Caribbean Beach Resort, as you are probably well aware, based on the rest of the video so far. But I have a drink. I have a paper straw, which is pretty awful, but you know, whatever. And then, yeah, just hanging out. Renee is about to get on the plane in Austin to here, so she's halfway here. Well, you know, she's done one leg of the flight already, one leg left kind of deal. And I'm just hanging out, waiting. See what we get up to. The pool's behind me. Well, that's the hot tub, but you know, the pool complex. Anyway, we'll talk soon.
From there, I explored Caribbean Beach Resort. As mentioned previously, I'd stayed here once before, and my sister-in-law actually stayed here when we did our family trip back in October, so I was pretty familiar with the resort and surrounding area, but it seemed to make sense that since I was waiting to kind of just get some footage of different parts of the resort. Caribbean Beach is very spread out. That's one of the things that some people don't like about it, is it's kind of a trek to get to the main area if you're in some of the far-off rooms, including the pirate rooms. But our room was located in Aruba, right next to the Riviera Skyliner station, so obviously that made transportation to Epcot and Hollywood Studios really easy, and it was only a short walk across the bridge to get to Old Port Royale, where the main area is located. As of the recording of this video, Caribbean Beach has 3 food options. They have Centertown Market, which is their quick service kind of cafeteria type restaurant. They have Sebastian's, which is a Caribbean-esque bistro restaurant, and then you can also get food from the pool bar. Oh, and they also have a grab and go, so I guess that's 4. There's another restaurant over in the Trinidad area that isn't currently open, but I assume it will reopen in the near future as the resorts get to full capacity and all that. Renee arrived just before 7 p.m., and I'm happy to report that she didn't have any issues getting there, finding the Magical Express, and ending up in the right place. So we went back into the room so that she could drop her stuff off and freshen up, and then we decided to go to Disney Springs because we wanted to explore a little bit, and I also had made us a dinner reservation. If you're not familiar, Disney Springs is like Disney World's downtown Disney. It's this very big shopping, restaurants, entertainment kind of complex. And of course, just like everything else on Disney property at this point, it was decked out for the holidays. The vibe at Disney Springs is always really upbeat. They have live music and performers and things like that. And as a saxophone player myself, I was happy to see a gentleman just jamming out on an alto sax. I almost always go to Disney Springs the first night I'm there. It kind of sets the tone and puts you in sort of the Disney mindset. One thing I will say is at this time of night, and especially this time of year, Disney Springs is very, very busy. We walked around and looked at the different shops and stuff, but we didn't really go into anything because everything was just so crowded, including the World of Disney store. So we saved going in there for another day. I would definitely recommend you go in there, especially if it's your first time at Walt Disney World. That's one of the largest Disney stores on the planet, and it has so many cool and unique souvenir type items. There are also a lot of gift shops off property if you can Uber or get transportation to the outside world. Those gift shops tend to be a lot cheaper than Disney, but you do end up with knockoffs and unofficial merchandise sometimes, so just be aware of that. Soon it was time to check in for our dinner reservation, which was at an old favorite, Raglan Road. I always end up going there the first night. As mentioned in like every video I've ever made, I'm a huge fan of like the whole pub vibe, and this pub has great food, live music, Irish dancers, things like that. And then after we were done eating, it was pretty late, so we were ready to go back to the hotel and get some sleep. We planned to rope drop Magic Kingdom the next morning, so we definitely wanted to make sure we were ready for that. I want to thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and you have a good night.